Imagine yourself waking up tomorrow morning, sitting on the edge of your bed, and reaching for your walking shoes. You pull them on, tie the laces, and stand up. In a world of total independence, your legs feel light, your ankles are lean, and you have the immediate, surging energy to walk for 30 minutes through your neighborhood, breathe in the fresh air, and return home feeling like you've conquered the day. That is the gold standard of the active senior lifestyle. That is the physical freedom you have earned over decades of hard work, leadership, and experience. But for many of us over the age of 60, there is a silent thief attempting to steal that autonomy. It starts as a heavy feeling in the lower legs, a sensation as if you're dragging lead weights through the grass. You notice deep indentations from your socks at the end of the day. You see puffiness in your face in the mirror. You might find yourself waking up 3 or 4 times a night to use the restroom, interrupting the deep, restorative sleep your brain needs to stay sharp. These aren't just signs of getting older. They are biological red flags. Specifically, they are signals that your internal filtration system, your kidneys, is struggling to manage the load you're giving it. If your doctor has mentioned rising creatinine levels, or if you've noticed your blood pressure is becoming a stubborn beast to tame, we need to look at your morning ritual. We need to look at that innocent glass of milk you've been told for years is essential for your bones. While cow's milk has been a staple of the American diet for a century, for the active senior, it can often act as a mineral tax that your body can no longer afford to pay. Today, we are going to break down the independence blueprint. We are going to discuss why your kidneys are the ultimate gatekeepers of your mobility, and how making 3 specific, strategic swaps in your diet can unclog the pipes, lighten the load on your heart, and keep your bones dense and reliable for the next 30 years of your journey. To understand why we need to change, we have to understand the mechanical drift of the human body. Think of your kidneys not as a mysterious organ, but as a vintage coffee filter that has been in constant, high-stakes service for over 60 years. It is a masterpiece of biological engineering, but the mesh is delicate. It has processed millions of gallons of fluid. As we enter our premium years, we experience what I call filter latency. The mesh doesn't work quite as fast as it did when we were 20. When you pour a large glass of cow's milk into your system, you are essentially pouring thick, gritty coffee grounds into that vintage filter. Cow's milk is packed with high levels of phosphorus, potassium, and animal protein. For a young person, the filter clears these out with ease. But for us, those minerals can create a backlog. This creates osmotic fluid pressure, the biological equivalent of a traffic jam in your veins. This pressure forces water out of your blood vessels and into your ankles and feet. That heavy leg feeling isn't just fatigue. It is the physical manifestation of your kidneys working an overtime shift they weren't prepared for. Even more critical is the chemical siphon effect. When your kidneys can't efficiently clear the phosphorus from a heavy dairy habit, the level of phosphorus in your blood begins to rise. Your body, in its infinite wisdom, demands balance. To neutralize that excess phosphorus, your system is forced to siphon structural calcium directly out of your bone matrix. You drink the milk for your bones, but because the kidneys are overwhelmed, the biological math actually results in your body hollowing out its own skeletal support system. This is how a healthy habit can accidentally lead to the very fragility we are trying to avoid. Protecting your kidneys isn't just about lab reports. It is the ultimate strategy for staying light on your feet and avoiding the tragedy of a fall. The good news is that you do not have to give up your morning routine. You just need to upgrade your hardware. We are going to implement a 3-step morning habit loop designed to maintain a lighter load on your internal filters. The first strategic swap is unsweetened cashew milk. Think of this as your heart-healthy engine oil. Cashew milk is naturally much lower in the phosphorus and potassium that strain the kidney mesh. But the real secret is the type of fat it contains. It is rich in monounsaturated fats, the same kind of good fats you find in premium olive oil. Your heart and your kidneys are like two lifelong friends living in the same house. When the heart pumps efficiently and the blood vessels stay flexible, the kidneys don't have to fight as hard to filter the blood. By choosing cashew milk, you are providing a lighter bag for your kidneys to carry, while simultaneously soothing your cardiovascular system. The second option in our arsenal is unsweetened rice milk. In the world of renal health, I call this the smallest bill. If every glass of cow's milk is a $100 debt your kidneys have to pay in mineral processing, rice milk is like a $5 bill. It is incredibly light. It has the lowest mineral load of almost any milk alternative. This is the go-to choice for the senior, who is actively seeing their creatinine levels trend upward. By switching to rice milk, you are giving your vintage filter a much-needed break. This reduction in the mineral burden directly correlates to active vitality. When the kidneys aren't bogged down by phosphorus, you wake up with a clear face rather than puffiness. You have the stamina for long-distance travel because your heart isn't fighting the extra weight of retained fluid. The third and perhaps most powerful choice is unsweetened flax milk. This is your anti-inflammatory shield. As we age, we deal with silent inflammation, a slow, invisible wear and tear on our tissues. Flax milk contains alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. These omega-3s act like a soothing balm for your entire filtration system. It's not just about what flax milk doesn't have, it's about what it does provide. A way to support blood vessel health and keep the pipes of your body clear and resilient. However, even with these superior choices, you must become a master of the fine print audit. This is a non-negotiable skill for the self-reliant senior. When you are in the grocery aisle, do not let the front of the carton fool you. The words natural, healthy, or calcium-rich are marketing. The truth is on the back. You are looking for a specific enemy, phosphate additives. If you see words like tricalcium phosphate or dipotassium phosphate, put it back on the shelf. These industrial additives are absorbed by your body at nearly 100%, hitting your kidneys like a sledgehammer. You want the simplest ingredient list possible. If the list is as long as a grocery receipt, it is not for you. You deserve clean fuel. To put this into practice, I want you to commit to a 7-day independence protocol. Tomorrow morning, you aren't just eating breakfast. You are conducting a biological optimization. Step 1, execute the phosphate hunt. Clear your pantry of any milk or creamers containing those hidden phosphate chemicals. Step 2, implement the lighter load swap. Replace your dairy with 1 cup, exactly 1 cup, of unsweetened cashew, rice, or flax milk. This moderation guardrail ensures you get the enjoyment of your beverage without hitting the overwork shift for your kidneys, especially before you go to bed. Step 3, the Autonomy checklist. I want you to monitor your physical markers like a pro athlete. At 6 p.m., perform the sock mark test. Check your ankles. Are there deep indentations? Your goal is smooth, clear skin. Track your night shift count. Are you sleeping through the night, or is your body waking you up to flush out excess waste? As your kidney load lightens, your sleep will deepen, and your energy will soar. Now, we must address the safety-first reality of our premium years. Your body is a unique ecosystem. If you are already on dialysis, your protein and fluid needs are very different. You may actually need more protein than the average senior. If you are managing diabetes or high blood pressure, every choice you make must be in harmony with your medical team's guidance. Never change your diet blindly. Instead, go to your next appointment armed with this knowledge. Ask your doctor, how can we lower the mineral tax on my kidneys to help my creatinine levels? Be the CEO of your own health. As you move through this next week, pay close attention to your energy baseline. Do you feel heavy or light 2 hours after breakfast? When you reduce the renal burden, you aren't just managing a number on a lab report. You are reclaiming the hardware that allows you to be the person you want to be. You are protecting the bones that allow you to lift your grandkids into the air. You are protecting the heart that allows you to hike, travel, and explore the world without being tethered to a pharmacy. There is a profound power in the small, daily decision. We often think that staying healthy in our 60s and 70s requires a radical, exhausting overhaul of our lives. It doesn't. It requires small hinges that swing big doors, a single glass of the right milk, a 30-second scan of a label, a commitment to not let habit dictate your health. You have spent a lifetime taking care of others, your children, your career, your community. Now is the time to be fiercely, unapologetically kind to your own body. It has carried you through decades of stress, joy, work, and movement. It has been your most loyal companion. Treat it with the respect it deserves. Give it the fuel that makes its job easier, not harder. When you choose to lighten the load on your kidneys, you are choosing a future defined by movement, not medication. You are choosing to stay the leader of your household, the explorer of your world, and the master of your own destiny. You are not getting old. You are optimizing for a second half of life that is as active and vibrant as the first. So, tomorrow morning, when you reach for that carton, remember the vintage filter, remember the chemical siphon, and choose the path that keeps you light, keeps you strong, and keeps you free. Stand tall, breathe deep, and take that first step toward a lighter, more powerful you. Your independence is the most valuable asset you own. Protect it with every single sip. Stay active, stay self-reliant, and never stop moving forward.